I think now the way to go about building businesses, certainly from what I've seen anyway, is to build kind of in public. So to build your own personal brand as part and parcel of you building your own business as well. And I've seen this over and over again. I see it on lots of the social channels. But it comes out of this notion that people want authenticity in the people they're doing business with. There's so many freaking options out there for to go and do business with somebody now or with a company now. And more people want to have an authentic experience from that. And so building in public or creating in public or having a public persona is a really great way to let people into the business building process, but also it's a really great way to let people into your business and to develop a relationship with your business, which of course leads to loyal customers who can then go on and help you with your products and give you ideas to what's actually going on. So I think that's a really, really big thing. Certainly within the groups that I'm a part of, that's where everybody's moving towards. So some of the other things that were mentioned with regards to this was suppliers as well. Getting access to better suppliers is easier if you've got a personal brand. Getting access to trading terms is easier if you've got a personal brand. If you have been building your business in public, that's also easier as well. And so there's a lot of great things that come out of that. And so then it comes down to, well, how the hell do you do that? And the simplest way of doing it is just to document your journey. Like as you do something, as you are building something, the highs and the lows, just document them. Choose a particular social media platform that you want to focus on, whether that's LinkedIn or Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it may be. And just start documenting the process of you building your business, the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, successes that you have, failures, things like that. Okay. You'll find it's a really great way for you to organize your thinking as well, because in a way, you're kind of journaling your own business development process. But for people who are watching as well, it'll be really useful for them. And as I said, there's a lot of other things that come out of it. So good examples of that are things like Candies. So let's have a look at Candies. So these guys have been building their business in public, and they did, I think, a incredibly good launch. So they built their business. They talked about how they were doing it, air drying these products. And then they did the launch of it, like, okay, the product's now ready. Here's how you can go and buy it. And it absolutely crushed it. Their launch was fantastic. I haven't met these people, but one of the people who were in the group over the weekend have. And apparently their first weekend take was 100,000. So pretty frigging good. That's the website that they did with that. And it's very, very good. So what they did, they focused on one platform, TikTok in their instance, and then they took the content that they created for that one platform and then just repurposed it across other platforms. Like they've got a YouTube, they've got an Instagram. I'm not sure if they're on LinkedIn, but certainly those three are what they're doing. Okay. Very, very clever. Worked really, really well for those guys. And I think more than ever, we as entrepreneurs need to be doing that as well. Community. This is so important. I've seen this more and more. I mean, here at the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, we have a community of like-minded people. But I've seen entrepreneurs who don't have a community. It really, really affects them. Building a business can be a kind of lonely experience, especially if you're surrounded by people who aren't into your entrepreneurial journey and in fact kind of don't really want you to succeed in your entrepreneurial journey. I'm sure each and every one of you's got somebody like that in your life, somebody that you kind of think doesn't really want you to go for it, doesn't really want you to change, doesn't really want you to develop as an entrepreneur, because for whatever reason they're fearful of your journey, your growth, your potential success. I think more and more that's important to do that for your own personal development. But then there's the other side of it as well, where you're actually joining a community of people who are in the niche that you're selling into or thinking of selling into. So I think that's also very, very important as well. And for me, that's down to this concept that I now have, whereby we ought to be selling, developing, growing, building in an area that we love. I just think that now more than ever, you can sell anything online. You truly can sell anything online. There's a niche of people out there for pretty much everything. So you might as well sell something that you love, sell something that you want to get behind, sell something that you're proud of. You might as well do that. And so I think joining into these communities and immersing yourself in it, and also being the person in the community who is building products, I think there's a lot of value to be had from that as well. You'll find that you don't need to be the best within your particular thing. So you don't need to be the best skier to be building a skiing related business, skis, poles, whatever it may be. But if you're known as the person who is building the business, that's a really good place for you to be, because again, instant customers, you're in the right niche for your own passions as well. Okay. Places to find those: Facebook, Discords. More and more groups are on Discords now, and Reddit as well is also a great place to go and find communities of people in your niche, and then be a part of those niche, an active participant. There's no downside to that for you. There's only lots of upsides. As you grow, it will be very, very apparent very, very quickly that you are the block in your own business. You become the block in your own business. And from doing all of these hot seats on Friday that we did, it becomes very apparent that we limit the growth of the business because we feel that we ought to be doing things in the business. But the truth is, you have to be outsourcing, you have to be hiring people, you have to let the business breathe and let the business grow. And the best way to do that is to build systems for your business. So as you're going through your business journey, document things. Enable yourself to build systems. It means that you can manage those systems instead of managing yourself. It removes a lot of the motivational ups and downs that we have as entrepreneurs. By having systems in place, then you're just going to go and work your systems. Okay. And then as soon as you start hiring people, this exactly the same thing's true as well. You can then start hiring people to fulfill the system. So you manage systems instead of managing people. And that's a massive thing for your growth. Certainly as you develop more as an entrepreneur, you start hiring people, you start getting a bigger business, that will become more and more important. You might as well start doing it now, because it enables you to then kind of remove yourself emotionally from the business. And those days you don't feel like it, you just go and do the things that your systems have you do for those days. Just makes things super easy. Hey there, this is Neil Asher from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. I want to say a big thank you for watching this video. That video actually was from the regular Monday night Q&A session, excuse me, that I have with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. Over 2,500 of us now, and growing, by the way. We're the fastest growing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs right here in Australia, with sales, by the way, of over $50 million. Now, if you'd like to find out more about what we do at the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs and get yourself off there and come and join us, all you need to do is go to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au, aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. The link for that, by the way, is underneath this video, and I will welcome you with open arms and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Till then, have a good one. Bye.